So now it's time to show you how you take control of populated tiles. First, you need to move your model into a populated terrain tile. Then, at the beginning of your decide phase, you have to test for stealth. You pass the test, so you're able to choose an action during your decide phase. Since you are in a castle tile, in order to take control of it, you need to search and draw out a villain card. This villain will try to defend this terrain tile against your attempt to take control of it. Villains have three things: a special rule that applies in close combat, a combat bonus which symbolizes the number of attacks he rolls, and his combat skill, which represents the difficulty you have to overcome while rolling your dice. Now, fighting villains is similar to any other close combat rules, with the following exceptions. You will use the highest terrain difficulty of the terrain tile as your combat skill, which in this case is 3. And the villain will use his own, which is 2. The second exception is that villains that are brought out through attempts to control populated terrain tiles will generate a number of parry dice equal to the number of active superstition tokens in play. In this case, there are no superstition tokens in play since a great witch hunt has recently occurred. So all of the villain's dice will be attacking or thrust dice. This makes him exceptionally dangerous to your health scale, but less resistant to your own attacks. In this case, he will generate 6 thrust dice. Now let's take a look at your side. You will generate 1 dice for each soul mutation you have, which is 2, then 3 dice from your body mutation, since you count as attacking. You will add also the 2 dice from the thief and the 2 dice from the wizard. You will not treat the villain as a normal opponent, and because of that, you can't use mind control mutation on him or Magnus's Zor abilities to roll extra dice for each superstition token of your opponent. Now let's roll the dice and see what happens. If you do not defeat him at the first time, you have a choice. Either you repeat close combat once and try to defeat him one last time, or you automatically count as having failed your stealth test and the villain is discarded. Let's see. Your total number of dice is 8 plus 1, 9. You will choose to attack with all of your dice, needing 3s to hit. You managed a total of 7 successful hits. Now, the mutant will counterattack. Remember that the mutant's rule applies in close combat, and it says for each roll of a 6 on this villain's combat dice, we immediately lose 1 hit point. He will roll his 6 dice now, needing 4s to hit. He only managed 1 success. This means that you inflicted 7 wounds on the villain, killing him because he only has 6 hit points, which are equal to his combat bonus. You, on the other hand, took 1 hit point, and you finally control the terrain tile. Because you control this terrain tile, you increase 5 points.